Hi guys, so I welcome you all to today's lecture under the fast track series for RBI Grade B 2018, which has been brought to you guys by EduTap. Before proceeding forward, let us briefly look at what this series entails for you guys. So in this particular series, we are going to attain a comprehensive coverage of current affairs from the month of May 2018 to 15th August 2018, that is before your examination. And again, in this particular series, we are going to alternatively cover topics of ESI, that is economic and social issues, and finance and management, which will be covered through important problems under multiple choice questions or MCQs. Now, we have been working in this direction for the past few years, and we have been blessed with some of the very amazing results in the past few years. Now in RBI Grade B 2017 results, 124 of our students, they reached the interview stage, and 27 of the students, they made it to the final list. Now apart from the different other courses which we are running, we are offering these courses for RBI Grade B 2018 examination. So these are the different courses which you guys can choose from. So there is a wide range of courses and you can choose according to your requirement. Now in case you need to know more, you have any query, you can always visit our website, which is www.edutap.co.in, or you can drop us a mail at deepak@edutap.co.in, or you can call us at 8146-207-241. In this video, we are going to cover a very important topic with respect to our examination, that is Census 2011. Now this particular topic, that is census, it provides us with different aspects, different facts, different trends with regard to the demographic profile of India. It provides us the picture regarding the distribution of population in the country, and we have to obtain a basic understanding, a basic idea with regard to distribution of population along with different aspects like literacy rate, sex ratio, child sex ratio, using the information presented in Census 2011, which may be directly asked in the examination, or it may indirectly help us in solving any particular question in the examination.
So let's start with the first question. The responsibility of conducting the decennial census, that is the census which is conducted every 10 years, rests with the office of the Registrar General and Census Commissioner, India. Which of the following ministry houses this particular office? So the question says that the responsibility of conducting this census every 10 years is with the office of Registrar General and Census Commissioner. But where does this office actually lies? In which ministry is this office housed? So this is a question on the basic aspects, basic fundamental aspects of the census. So let us look at the options. The Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, Ministry of Home Affairs, Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Ministry of Sports and Youth Affairs. So to answer this particular question, we must be aware about some of the basic aspects of census. Now, Indian census is one of the largest single source of collecting a wide variety of statistical information on different characteristics of the people of India. So this is the census which collects the different information, the different wide varieties of information on different aspects of Indian population, and it presents useful trends, useful pictures with regard to the same, so that we can formulate appropriate policies. Now this census has a history of more than 130 years in India, and this exercise, this time tested exercise, is being carried out every 10 years, and it brings out a wealth of statistical data every 10 years. Now this first began from 1872. This was the year when the first census was conducted in India, and later it started being conducted on a regular basis on every 10 years. Now if you look at the census 2011, now this was the 15th census of India and 7th census of independent India. Now it started on 1st of April 2010, and the first citizen to be enumerated in this particular census was the Honorable President of India, and he was followed by the Vice President of India. Now the slogan of Census 2011, this is important, it is Our Census, Our Future. Now Census of India 2011 was conducted in 2 phases, so this was a very big exercise, very mammoth exercise, and had to be conducted in 2 phases, and it involved house listing and housing census and population enumeration. So we have to remember all these aspects about Census 2011 and census in general. Now the responsibility of conducting this census, it rests with the Office of Registrar General and Census Commissioner. Now this has been given in the question itself. However, this particular agency, it lies under the ambit of Ministry of Home Affairs under the Government of India. So many of the students may confuse that this authority must be under the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. However, it is not so. This body is under the Ministry of Home Affairs under the Government of India. Further, the Census Act of 1948, it provides the statutory framework with regard to conducting of census, and it lists the duties and responsibilities of census officers. So you have to remember all these regarding the administrative and legal framework with regard to conducting of census. So now we can easily answer this question that the Ministry of Home Affairs is the overarching authority with respect to conduct of census, and more particularly the Office of Registrar General and Census Commissioner under this ministry is responsible for conducting the decennial census. Now let's move to the next question. According to Census 2011, the growth rate of population during the decade 2001 to 2011 has been recorded as, options are 11.8%, 13.4%, 15.6%, 17.7%, or none of the above. So this question is asking about the growth rate of population during the decade which has been covered by the census. So to answer this question, we must be aware about the basic facts which have been brought with respect to population under the census 2011. Now, as per the census 2011, India's total population is around 1.21 billion, of which around 51.5% are males and around 48.5% are females. So this is just an approximate proportion, and you may find this somewhere it is written 51.4, somewhere it is written 51.6. So you just have to take an idea that okay, around 51.5 are male and 48.5 are female. Further, the male population in this period, that is 2001 and 2011, it rose by 17.19% and female by 18.12%. Again, here these are approximate figures, and you may find some variance in some of the other data sets which you might be referring. So you have to just obtain an idea with respect to this. India's population grew by 17.7% during 2001 to 2011 against 21.5% in the previous decade. So this is the very important information which is given here. It says that India's population grew during 2001 to 2011, and it grew at a rate of 17.7%, and this rate was less than the growth rate of population in the previous decade, that is since 1991 to 2001. So then the growth rate was 21.5. Now it is only 17.7%. The 2001 to 2011 decade is the first decade, with the exceptions of 1911 to 21, which has added lesser population in comparison to previous decade population addition. So we have to remember this important fact. So with this particular information, we can easily answer this question that according to Census 2011, growth rate of population during 2001 to 2011 has been recorded at 17.7%. So answer to this one is going to be option number D. Now let's move to the next one. According to Census 2011, which of the following is the least populated state in the country? So Census 2011, it presents a lot of information with regard to the population, and we have just manipulated this particular information to frame many of the questions. So this question is asking about the least populated state in the country. Options are Goa, Kerala, Sikkim, Himachal Pradesh, and Assam. So these are many of the smaller states in the country, and if we just try to take a guess, we may be confused between all these states because all these are having very low area, and all of them may be having least population. So to answer this question, we must be having some basic understanding with respect to population distribution among different states in the country. Now, with regard to this, among the major states in the country, the highest decadal growth in population has been recorded in Bihar, which is 25.4%. Minded, this is the major states which is written. While 14 states and union territories, they have recorded population growth above 20%. Overall, Meghalaya has registered the highest decadal growth rate during 2001 to 2011. So earlier we were referring only to bigger states, only to major states. But if you look at the overall picture, Meghalaya has registered the highest decadal growth rate. Uttar Pradesh is the most populous state in the country. So this is very important. And the population of Uttar Pradesh is even more than the population of Brazil. The combined population of Uttar Pradesh and Maharashtra is greater than the population of USA. So you can see how much population India is having, how much population these two states, Uttar Pradesh and Maharashtra, they alone are having. Further, the urban proportion or urban population, it has gone up from 17.3% in 1951 to around 31.2% in 2011. So more and more people are shifting to urban areas. Now, with regard to the highest populated states, the top 5 states, they are Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Bihar, West Bengal and Andhra Pradesh. And with regard to the lowest population states, they are Lakshadweep, Daman and Diu, Dadra and Nagar Haveli, Andaman and Nicobar Islands and Sikkim. So these all are UTs and Sikkim is the state. So the least populous state in the country is going to be Sikkim, and if you talk about the union territories, it is going to be Lakshadweep. So here there is further information regarding the population distribution in the country. Now the highest populous UT, it is Delhi, least is Lakshadweep as we have seen on the previous slide. Highest populous state is Uttar Pradesh and least is Sikkim. Highest urban population is in Maharashtra and lowest urban population is in Lakshadweep. And highest rural population it is in Uttar Pradesh and lowest rural population it is in Lakshadweep. So with this information, we can easily answer this question that according to Census 2011, the state of Sikkim is having the lowest population in the country. So answer to this is going to be option number C. Now let's move to the next question. According to Census 2011, the population of children in the age group 0 to 6 years, it comprises dash percentage of population of India. So in this question, we are being asked what is the proportion of the people or the children in the age group of 0 to 6 as a percentage of the total population of India. And the options are 8.6%, 13.1%, 19.4% and 26.5% or none of the above. So to answer this question, we must be having a basic understanding of the distribution of population in this age group of 0 to 6 years in the country as per the census of 2011. Now, as per the figures in the census, the total number of children in the age group 0 to 6 in the country stands at around 158.8 million. So this is an approximate figure. You can remember it that the population is around 160 million and this population has declined since 2001. This is a very important fact that the 158.8 million children in the age group 0 to 6, it makes 13.1% population of the India in 2011. However, the children in the age group 0 to 6, they made around 15.9% population in 2001 census. So this figure has declined. The population in the age group of 0 to 6 years has declined. Now this decline in the population in this age group of 0 to 6 years, it may be indicative of fall in the fertility levels in the country or the success of the family planning programs across the country. Highest population of this age group is in Uttar Pradesh. So now we can easily answer this question that according to Census 2011, population of the children in the age group 0 to 6 comprises 13.1% of the population of the country. So answer to this is going to be option number B. Now let's move to the next one. Which of the following is incorrect with regard to literacy rate as per Census 2011 data? So this question is asking about one of the very important facts which is presented as per the Census 2011, and this is the literacy rate. And we are being asked about the incorrect statement in the given question. So options are literacy rate in India in 2011 has increased to around 74%. Male literacy rate is higher than the female literacy rate. Kerala has the highest literacy rate. Uttar Pradesh has the lowest literacy rate, or none of the given options is incorrect. So to answer this question, we must be having understanding about the different aspects related to literacy in population of the country as presented by census of 2011. So let us briefly look at all these aspects. So as per the census 2011, literacy rate of the country has increased. It has gone up. It was around 64.8% in census 2001. Now it has reached to around 74% in census 2011. So we have to remember that an approximate 74% of the population in the country, it is literate as per the census definitions. The male literacy stands at 82.14% and female literacy at 65.46%. So males are generally more literate than females as per census 2011. However, the gender gap in literacy rate, that is the gap between the male literacy rate and the female literacy rate, it is steadily declining. So it is a very positive sign that we are doing our bit on this front to reduce this gender gap and literacy rate, and this gap is steadily declining in every census. The gap between the literacy rate in urban areas and rural areas also steadily declining in every census. So urban rural divide with regard to literacy, it is also declining in every census. So this is again a positive sign for us. So these are some of the key statistics with regard to the literacy rate in India as per census 2011. So the total literacy rate, it is around 74%, and for males it is around 82%, and for females it is around 65%. The highest literacy rate, it is in the state of Kerala, and the lowest it is in the state of Bihar. Highest in UTs it is in Lakshadweep, and the lowest it is in Dadra and Nagar Haveli. Now this is very important. We have to remember about the states. The highest literate states and the lowest literate states, the UTs are not as important as states. So now we can answer this question that the statement Uttar Pradesh has the lowest literacy rate is incorrect, because we have just seen on the previous slide that Bihar state has the lowest literacy rate among the states in India. So answer to this is going to be option number D. Now let's move to the next question. Population density in India as recorded by 2011 census is dash persons per square kilometer. Options are 225, 382, 478, 597, or none of the above. So this question is asking about the population density in 2011 census. This is a very straightforward question, a very factual question, and this is very easy to remember, and you guys must remember this particular information. Now, according to census 2011, the population density in the country, it has increased from 325 in 2001 to 382 in 2011 in persons per square kilometer. Among the major states, Bihar occupies the first position in population density, and it has surpassed West Bengal, which occupied the first position during 2001. However, if we talk about in overall terms, this is the UT of Delhi, which is on the top. It is the most densely inhabited, followed by Chandigarh. The minimum population density, it is in Arunachal Pradesh, and the lowest population density among UTs, it is in Andaman and Nicobar Islands. So now we can easily answer this question that population density in India as recorded by 2011 census is 382 persons per square kilometer. So answer to this is going to be option number B. Now let's move to the next one. Which of the following is the correct decreasing order of states in terms of sex ratio in India as per census 2011? Options are Kerala, Andhra Pradesh, Bihar, Haryana. Kerala, Bihar, Haryana, Andhra Pradesh. Kerala, Bihar, Andhra Pradesh, Haryana. Andhra Pradesh, Kerala, Bihar, Haryana, or none of the above. So this question is asking about the sex ratio in different states of the country, and it is not simply asking the highest sex ratio or the lowest sex ratio. It is asking about the correct order with regard to sex ratio in India. And this is not much narrow information. This is just a broader picture. This is just a broader idea which you guys must be having to crack this particular question. Now, if you look at the sex ratio as per census 2011, the sex ratio of the population in the country, it stands at 940 females against 1000 males. So this is the approximate figure with respect to sex ratio. So you have to remember that this is around 940, and this is 10% more than the last census when this figure stood at 933. So far, the highest sex ratio in India was recorded in census of 1961, and the 5 top performing states in terms of this sex ratio, they were Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Chhattisgarh and Odisha. So these Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Andhra, Chhattisgarh and Odisha, they are among the top performing states. And among the low performing states, the list is dominated by Haryana, followed by Jammu and Kashmir and Punjab. So these are the states with the lowest levels of sex ratio in the country. The other two worst performing states in terms of skewed sex ratio, they were Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. So these are the states Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Andhra, Chhattisgarh, Odisha, which in general have very positive sex ratio, very high sex ratio. And on the other side of this balance, there is the states of Haryana, Jammu Kashmir and Punjab, which have the least sex ratio. And the other two worst performing states, and these are also on the lower side, these states are UP and Bihar. So we have just formulated an idea, just formulated a basic trend with respect to sex ratio as per census 2011. So Kerala has the highest sex ratio, while Daman and Diu has the lowest sex ratio. And if you look about the child sex ratio, which is in the age group of 0 to 6 years, it is around 919. And in the child sex ratio, Arunachal Pradesh has the highest child sex ratio, and the state of Haryana has the least child sex ratio. So here, the state of Haryana is important. It figures low in the sex ratio as well as the child sex ratio. So now we can easily answer this question that the correct decreasing order of sex ratio is going to be Kerala, Andhra Pradesh, Bihar and Haryana. So Kerala and Andhra Pradesh are having a good sex ratio. Haryana is on the very bottom, it is having one of the least sex ratios, and Bihar is also one of the lower performing states in terms of sex ratio. So let's move on to the next question. According to census 2011, which of the following religious groups has highest population in India? So we are given options regarding different religious groups, and we are being asked that which of the following groups has the highest population in India. Options are Muslim, Sikh, Christian, Buddhist and Jain. So to answer this question, we must be having a basic idea about the religious data as per the census 2011. So here you can see that the religion with the highest number of population, it is Hindu. It is followed by Muslim, Christian, Sikh, Buddhist and Jain. So top 3 would be Hindu, Muslim and Christian. So now we can easily answer that out of the options given, here Hindu option is not given. So the second will be, that is Muslim. That is option number A is going to be the correct answer. So on the top there are Hindus, and on the second there are Muslims, and on the third there are Christians. Now let's move to the next one. According to census 2011, which of the following states in India has the highest proportion of scheduled castes? So this question is asking about the proportion of scheduled castes as per the census 2011 and the ranking of the states with respect to this criteria. Options are Mizoram, Punjab, Bihar, Odisha or none of the above. So to answer this question, we must be having a basic understanding with regard to the distribution of scheduled castes and scheduled tribes in the country and the ranking of the bottom and the topmost states with respect to the distribution of SC and ST population. So here we are presented with the population of scheduled castes, the distribution of the scheduled caste population in the country as per 2011 census. So here you can see that the darkest portion is the one which has the highest scheduled caste population, and the least dark or the lightest portion is depicting the states with the lowest proportion of scheduled caste population. So you can see that this area which comprises the state of Punjab, it has the highest percentage of its population as scheduled caste, that is around 32%, while the northeastern states and the island territories, they are very light and they have around 0% scheduled caste population. Now this is with regard to the distribution of scheduled tribes. So here you can see that Mizoram and Lakshadweep, that is these states, they are having the highest percentage of their population as scheduled tribes. However, the Punjab and Haryana, which were in the top in scheduled caste population, they are having around 0% ST population. So here we have to remember that Punjab and Haryana, though they have high scheduled caste population, but they do not have any ST population or any scheduled tribe population. So now we can easily answer this question that according to Census 2011, the state of Punjab has the highest proportion of scheduled caste in the country. So answer to this is going to be option number B. So now let's move to the next question. Which of the following is the second most spoken language in terms of speakers strength as per Census 2011? Options for this, they are Marathi, Telugu, Bengali, Tamil, or none of the above. So to answer this question, we must be having an idea about the distribution of population of different languages in the country. So Census 2011 has recently presented this language related data to the Office of Registrar General and the Census Commissioner of India in June 2018. So this is very latest. It released the 2011 census data with regard to language and mother tongue. So as per the 2011 census data, there is a rise in the number of Hindi language speakers. However, the speakers of the South Indian languages and Urdu, they have dropped down. So these are the basic features with regard to the language related data which is presented in the census 2011. So as per the 2011 census, 43.6% of the population of Indians, they speak Hindi as their mother tongue. So the highest proportion of Indians, they are speaking Hindi. Next comes Bengali, and it has around 8% speakers. It is second in the list. It is followed by Marathi and Telugu and then Tamil. So these are the top spoken languages in the country: Hindi, Bengali, Marathi, Telugu and Tamil. In all, 13 of the 22 scheduled languages, they were reported as the mother tongue by at least 1% of the population. So, however, Sanskrit is the only language that is spoken by a set of around 25,000 people. So this Sanskrit language, it is having very low number of speakers, and we must be making efforts to conserve this particular language. The growing movement of people from north to south, this has led to greater presence of Hindi in the 5 southern states. So the prevalence of Hindi language in the southern states, it is increasing. So now we can answer this question that the language Bengali, it is the second most spoken language in terms of the speakers strength as per census 2011. So answer to this is going to be option number C. So guys, this was all about our discussion on some of the very important MCQs on census 2011 which can be directly or indirectly asked in examination.
Thank you guys. If you found this video useful, please like the same and share it with your friends. And for more similar videos, please subscribe to our channel on YouTube. Thank you.